enough to come in, mate. Well done again. We love the way the Maggies are going. On top of the ladder, you must be really pleased.
Yeah, we are. I suppose last night was a challenge for us mentally more than anything, and the boys proved that they're up for the game, and we played really well.
And it's just this massive groundswell, as I say. The huge club, Collingwood, hugely supported, but when things start rolling, it just develops a life of its own almost.
Yeah, it does, and I suppose we try and keep a lid on it internally, and yeah, I suppose the hype builds up pretty quickly for us, and we know in the past that when we get caught up in it, things start to get a bit ugly, so we've got to just stay inside.
Let it go. Let it roll.
Let it go. Scott, Darren Jolly, probably his best game since he's come to your football club. It must be great having the big guy there to get the ball down to yourself, Dane Swanell and Didak.
Yeah, he is. He's a very good ruckman, and I think the transition did take him a little while, but he's starting to fit in with how we play now, and he got forward last night and kicked some goals as well.
It was a fairly easy open game last night. At times it looked like a training drill. Do you feel it was that easy out there? Because 83-point hiding, West Coast are pretty ordinary in spots.
I suppose in the midfield, I suppose there's never really, I suppose easy moments in the game. You've got to try and get the clearances, the hard balls and all the tackles and all those little things. So from a midfield point of view, they had some pretty big bodies in there.
Scott, what has Daisy Thomas changed to become more of a complete player? Because he is having a sensational year, I reckon all-Australian year at the moment. What has he changed in his preparation or in his game to take him to that next level?
I think it's more of a role change for Daisy this year. He's up on a wing, and I suppose his motor's developed where he can get up and back and do it for sustained periods of time. So, as you said, he's having a really good year, and hopefully he can continue.
We just saw you kicking a lovely goal there, and Daisy Thomas, his work rate was outstanding last night, and you asked a question, Shane. I saw him working that hard last night. At times he didn't actually get the ball, but he's created options for his teammates. Now, Collingwood, this guy here, Chris Dawes, he's been absolutely fantastic the last couple of weeks, along with Travis Cloke, just adds that extra big body. It's Leroy Brown can go forward, Jolly can go forward. You're starting to get a forward line that's looking like a September forward line. Yeah, we are.
I think they're starting to work really well together, and I know Dawsey, when he first got to the club, had a knee injury, so I suppose this is, his third year, and he's a very good contested mark, and all the boys are gelling well together.
This game was effectively over as a contest within the first 5 minutes. Collingwood kicked 5 goals in about the first 10 minutes. They were just harder, their skills were better, their pressure was outstanding. They just choked West Coast up. Every time West Coast got the ball, they tried to come through the centre, but just Collingwood's zone was outstanding. The last 2 weeks against Sydney and the West Coast now, they've struggled to get through that full-man zone that you guys put on. It's just as good as St Kilda's.
Yeah, I suppose that's something the forwards start for us, and if they can press up the ground and put a bit of pressure on it, makes the job easier for the back line, and that's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Inside 50s, Scott, 58 for your side, but it was your ability to score from those inside 50s. That was the most impressive thing. Brownie mentioned it. Your forward line now looking like it's working a lot better. Yeah,
I think they're creating more space in there and giving the backs mids more of a clear target, and I suppose early in the year we were bombing away a bit. In the last few weeks we've been executing a lot better.
Steele Sidebottom was a late withdrawal, and you brought in a first gamer, Jared Blair. He's got a bit of a cult hero type stuff around him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's only a little fella, and I suppose he gets teased around the club for being the team mascot. But
how tall is he?
He's I think he's 172, 173, so only a little fella, but very tough and very good player.
The second half, after half-time, you blokes just took control. You banged on 9 goals to nothing in that third quarter. Actually, West Coast kicked the first goal of the quarter, I'll say, but then 9 goals, an absolutely fantastic display. And you see Ebert here kick a goal, but then the next one here, Pedro the Mexican, Scott Pendlebury, just rifted forward and got the easiest goal you'll ever see. Just runs around Clokey here, just the left foot snap, bang. You love them ones, don't you?
Yeah, it's always good to get a cheapie, and yeah, I'll take that.
What about Alan Didak? We saw some footage earlier in the show. We're going to show it very soon, where he puts on a show for 3 or 4 minutes. Unbelievable to watch. Was it like that for you?
Yeah, I suppose out there, it's probably really good. Good 3 minutes of play from Dids, and as you said earlier, I think that's the bonus if you do kick a goal and you feel like you've got your confidence up. Stay out on the ground, because you can see stuff like that happens when your confidence is up.
The other question about Collingwood at the moment is you've got Jack Anthony out there last night, played a little bit in the back line, but looked a bit out of sorts. Also got Paul Medhurst, so one of those 2 players you'd imagine will come back in for September action, and Paul Medhurst could be the X factor come September.
Yeah, he is. I think he had a good run yesterday in the VFL, and I think with Medhurst just gets his confidence up, and he'll come back into our side straight away.
I think the interesting thing, though, with John Anthony was the fact that he went back in the VFL, had a great game, Scott, and even the other night I thought he looked very solid down back. So that's a great string to the bow for the club. if you can have a forward in the team who you can then throw back at different stages to change things up.
Yeah, well, when Jack first started, I suppose he learnt the caper as a backline player, and then he obviously hurt his neck and went forward. And yeah, I suppose if he can become that swingman for us, it'll be very good come September.
Luke Ball was very good. Ball bagger, just a left foot snap here from about 40. He was very good last night. His clearance work, #1 at Collingwood for his clearances this year. And your clearance work was absolutely efficient last night compared to West Coast. West Coast had more efficiency, more clearances, but your efficiency out of there to get inside 50 was fantastic.
Yeah, well, they've got some really good ruckmen, and they're both really big boys, and I suppose we wanted to try and nullify them and get some ball ourselves. And as you said, with Ball, he's been fantastic for us.
Now, we had Lee Brown in before, and he said that your nickname down at the club's Pedro the Mexican because you've got the little starker there on the lip.
Yeah, I suppose all the boys throw it around there a bit, and they think I support Mexico in the World Cup, sorry. So.
Does your girlfriend like the moustache? What does she think of it?
Yeah, she doesn't mind it, so yeah, keep her happy.
No, how are the votes looking?
The votes, it was a very, very even go across the board by the Collingwood boys, but Jolly was outstanding. Didak, Pendlebury and Dane Beams, 32 touches, Beams, 2 goals.
Swan played
that was
right.
his best. Dane Swan played a very, very good game. He had 38 touches, but Shane, 30 of them were in the back half, and he just missed out. He was 5th best, Dane Swan. The month ahead, Collingwood will win that. Massive game there against St Kilda, Tigers and Carlton at the MCG, so a couple of old foes there. West Coast have got Adelaide at Subiaco, Essendon, Carlton and Fremantle at home. So the West Coast, a little bit more pain coming for them, but the Collingwood boys are up on a roll. Bill?
Well, Scotty Pendlebury comes in regularly with us, Bill, and
He does.
we love having him in, but I think he loves taking home the booty.
He loves the booty, don't worry about that. And gee, Collingwood gave him a hammering last night, didn't they? Aquila shoes.
No, Bill.
Yeah, Aquila shoes, Scotty, there for you, mate. The St Goliath clothing pack, the best T-shirts in the business. $250 voucher there at Blue Stores. Man, what a fuss, $100 voucher there too. Man, what a fuss. The King Chrome tools.
What's happening here?
Bill.
The King, I'm laughing at myself. King Chrome tools, the tool set there. The wee protein powder, fantastic.
That's away. Right, dumbass.
Come on. Give me a go. It's my first go at a Waterside Hotel, $100 voucher there. The Crispy Cream Donuts. And the Home Timber and Hardware, $200 gift card.
He's illiterate.
Home Timber and Hardware, thanks to them, they're the proper...
That's karma for pulling me up at the start of this segment, Bill. The karma bus has just run you over. And it's nice that your wife is finally home from the States so you can stay out of the front bar.
Yes.
That voice has got to come back, Bill.
Oh, it's back, it's back.
Scotty, well done. An unbelievable performance by Collingwood, and we're all looking forward to the big army just rolling into September and filling up the MCG. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it will be. Hopefully we get there and all the supporters get behind us.
You'll be right, don't worry about that.
Real
Scott
deal,
Pendlebury
Jim.
on the Sunday Footy Show. For Hawthorn fans, Jared Roughhead's just wandered in. I've seen the big
that
fellas
Roughy.
just
There he is.
assembling. So
Got
we're
the
looking forward to
Uggies
that. He's not next, though. Next it is Adelaide, and Essendon Bill's going to take a look at that.
Yes.